Hey, hi folks. County Lawn Gardener back with you. Today, I'm kind of caught up on the gardening for the time being. This is a Tuesday. I'll start picking and harvesting for the farmer's market. We do that on Friday. We picked some corn last night. I shucked it on the back porch, me and my wife. I'm going to show you how to freeze it. How I freeze it. Some people do it differently. This is just the simplest method for me. First thing you do is you get you some water boiling, and just drop it down in that boiling water. Okay? Alright. As many as you can. Don't have a whole lot left. We've already done quite a few here. Okay. That should be sufficient. I wish I'd have counted them. Maybe a better, because I can get about 6 or 8 in a freezer bag. We use 1 gallon freezer bags. That's important. Let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go with 2 more. Just about what I had in there. Okay? Alright. Now let that come back up to a boil for about 5 minutes. Basically what you're doing is cooking off anything that could be on them or anything. And this corn, I don't know, I guess I'm lucky or what I do, but I've never ever had a problem with worms, bugs, or anything in my corn, except raccoons, of course. And them dudes are smart, they know when that corn is ripe. But I took care of that problem. I have 5 strands of electric wire fence around my garden now, and they don't come in there anymore. I guarantee you they don't. And first three strands I have are probably 4 inches apart, and only about the first one's probably only 3 inches off the ground. So it gets them pretty good, and they just don't bother it. So I'm going to set my timer here for about 3 or 4 minutes. That's not critical. You don't want to cook your corn. You just want to time it. Well, let's see here. We'll just set this for about 3 minutes. And there we go. And well, we'll come back to you when it's done cooking. Okay? Bye bye for now. Okay, we've got this first batch done, boiling. We're going to take it now. We'll take these hot ears of corn. We're going to put them in this ice water right here. Okay? What that does is this stops the cooking process. Because you don't want to cook it, you just want to boil it up a little bit. Prepare it for the freezer bags. Now after this cools down, I'll put it in the next sink, run some water in it to really get it cooled down good, and we'll go from there. We'll put it in the bags from there. So that's all for that little segment. So we'll get back with you here as soon as this cools down, and we'll go from there. Okay? Bye bye for now. Okay, folks, we're back. We got the corn all cooled down. I wanted to show you how I separated on the island here. Let them cool down. And once they're cooled to the touch, you can put them in the freezer bags. This is what I use, just common 1 gallon freezer bag, and I got some laid out here with the date on it. It says contents and the date, but I think people can tell that what it is. It's corn. I don't think I have to write that on there for everybody. But anyway, just load them up. One thing I wanted to tell you, one thing I forgot to tell you a while ago is this is yellow corn. called Incredible. And that's the name of it. I get it at the local apple orchard, where they sell the seeds in bulk. And I don't, I got plenty of these bags. I think there's 90 of these bags here. I got like 7 in this bag. That's enough. Don't want to crowd it. Don't want to crowd it. Because there's just 2 of us, me and my wife. Oh, and that'll work. Boy, that looks so good. I want to eat one right now. But anyway, Incredible. It's the name of it. I highly recommend it. I think you'll be happy with it. It's all yellow. There's no white in it. It's real sweet. It's just delicious. And I told you earlier that we shucked it yesterday and all that, but we leave about, I'm going to say, 1/3 of it. We don't shuck it. We just keep it in the refrigerator. And, well, maybe not 1/3 of it, but quite a few. We leave it on the shuck. We'll barbecue it. Set it on the barbecue. Let it cook slowly. Then we'll shuck it down. Dip it down in a gallon or a big coffee can full of butter. But that's the key right there, I think, with that butter. Oh my goodness, it's so good. This is making me hungry. Well, we got some more on the pot, so I'll leave that for this one. And that's just about going to conclude this video. The corn did real well this year. Everything did real well. I planted my tomatoes. We're in southern Indiana. Now, I planted my tomatoes May the 18th, I believe it was. Somewhere around the 17th, 18th of May. Ground was nice and warm. Tomatoes, that is. And they're just now starting to ripen. Now, I looked on my log from last year. I keep a daily ledger for each year. And last year, I was picking tomatoes by this time last year, and they're coming on. We had 17 days without rain. That hurt us. That hurt us a little bit on some things, but on other things, it didn't hurt us that bad. But that's over with. We got a good inch and a half of rain in the last weekend, so that helped. We've been going to the market, and we're doing okay. But we haven't taken any tomatoes yet, and I look forward to that. Green beans are just great. I tried a different green bean this year. I used to plant jade green beans. Great green bean, bush bean, of course. And I was watching one of my favorite guys on YouTube, MHP. Bobby down there, he's in the South, Virginia or South Carolina, I'm not sure. A good guy. He hasn't done any videos for a long time. I don't know what's up with that, but him and his wife recommended Strike. Strike, like in a bowling strike or a strike, in a baseball game. They're not as big as the jade. But man, oh man, there's about twice as many on the bush, and they're still plenty big enough. But there's so many of them. We were getting 2 bushel per 100 feet. I'm not kidding you. And we still got 5 rows up there to go. People are loving them, at the market. We take them and sell them at the market, and they're good. We had some Sunday, and they were delicious. But the jade green bean seeds are expensive. You compare those. I got these strikes from Morgan County Seeds. I'm not sure where they're from, Morgan County Seeds, but they're good. They're good people, and they are very economical. They have the jade too, but about half. These strikes were just half the price. and I bought 5 pounds. Well, I'm going to be using them for a few years. But just wanted to run that by you. Try that on the corn too. Warm it up on the barbecue with the shuck on it, then shuck it back. We don't take the shuck completely off. We just peel it back to the bottom. That gives you something to hold on to. Dip it down in a coffee can full of warm butter. Then throw some salt on it if you want to, and just sit back and relax and enjoy it. It's just wonderful, just wonderful. So I've talked enough. Like I said, this is how I freeze my corn. Some people do it differently. I don't know how. I mean, most people I've seen do it about the same way. It's the way I grew up doing it, and my parents and my mom did it this way. So, like I said, I've talked enough. I'm going to get off of here. So, you guys keep watching my videos, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe to me. Leave me some comments. I enjoy reading them, and I'll get back with you. I promise you I will. And let's all have a good garden season, okay? Okay, for now, this is the County Line Gardener saying bye-bye.